Hello everyone, welcome all of you in Divane IES and GATE channel. Already you have given a test on metal cutting, and if anybody has any kind of doubt regarding this test, so you can view the solution in this video. So let's discuss the question number 1 to 15. The optimum rake of a tool is a function of optimum rake angle of a tool is a function of cutting speed, cutting tool material, properties of work material, feed and depth of cut. So the optimum rake angle is the function of workpiece material. Soft material required positive back rake angle, while harder material required zero or even negative back rake angle. So this is the related to the materials of work material. So we can say optimum rake angle of a tool is the function of properties of work material. So all depends upon the material properties. So next question, tool signature comprises of 5 elements, 6 elements, 7 elements, 8 elements. So basically tool signature consists of 7 elements. Tool signature in ASA system is given as back rake angle, side rake angle, end relief angle, side relief angle, end cutting edge angle, side cutting edge angle and nose radius, whereas in tool signature in ORS system it is inclination angle, normal rake angle, then side relief angle, then end relief angle, end cutting edge angle, approach angle. Here it is a difference. Here we have to use approach angle and nose radius. So basically these tool signature comprises of 7 elements. Option C. Now next question. In a tool life experiment, if cutting speed is double, the tool life is reduced to 1/4 of the original value. What is the index of Taylor's tool equation? So we know the Taylor's tool life equation, Vt raised to n is equal to constant. From that we can easily write V1 T1 raised to n is equal to V2 T2 raised to n, and V1 is equal to V initial, and what is V2 is the double. Cutting speed is going to be a double, so V2 is equal to 2 times V. What is tool life? T1 is a T, and tool life at the next stage is going to be reduced to 1/4 of the original value. So T2 is equal to T1 by 4 and T1 is equal to T. So we have the expression like Vt raised to n is equal to 2 times V T by 4 raised to n. After simplification you will get 1 is equal to 2 by 4 raised to n, or you can simplify it further as 4 raised to n is equal to 2, and then you can easily find out what is the value of n. N is stands for half, so here it is the value 0.5, and option B is right for that. Now next question, if turning tool with a sharp corner and major cutting edge angle of 15 degree is being used as a feed of 0.05 mm, another cutting tool has a nose radius of 1.8 mm and feed of 0.26 mm, the minor cutting edge angle of the turning tool for the same surface where it is same surface roughness of the tool, two tools will be in degrees. You have to find out this in degrees. So we have the expression f divided by, for feed divided by tan of psi plus cot of psi 1 is equal to f square divided by 8r. So here we have to use that values, just feed is equal to 0.05 mm, put the value of that. Tan psi is 15 degree, is cutting edge angle is given 15 degree, plus cot of psi 1, and that is the unknown parameter. You have to find out the turning tool for the same surface roughness of two tools will be in degrees. So this is the f square. Again you have to use that the feed of 0.268 mm and square of that divided by 8 into r. R is the nose radius and 1.8 mm. After simplification you will get psi 1 is equal to 6.459 degrees. So this is matching with 6.46 degrees, and option number A is right for that. So very easy question, just you have to remember this is the simplified formula for that. Now next question, a built up edge is a moderate while machining. So this is the important question. Lot of time this question is asked in a GATE previous year question. So let us discuss about what is a built up edge and how it is going to be. A built up edge is moderate while machining. This answer is correct for that. ductile material at a very low speed. Let's discuss why it is so. During a machining of a ductile materials, because of high toughness, the energy wave produced, okay, due to shear is absorbed by the materials, and hence the wave disappears somewhere in the middle. Therefore, the continuity of a chip will be maintained, and also due to low speed, the time available for adhering of a chip will be high. Hence, that is nothing but built up edges formation. So, what I am going to tell you, the most important factor in built up edge formation for moderate speed, moderate built up edge formation. Why? Because of the continuity of a chip is going to be maintained, and also due to a low speed, the time available adhering of the chip will be high. Hence, built up edge is formed. So we can say here built up edge is moderate while machining a ductile materials at a low speed. So whenever low speed is there, but related to a ductile materials, your built up edge is moderate and while machining. So here it is a some another point of the solution is given. You can read there. A built up edge is an accumulation of material against the rake face that sizes to the tool tip, separating it from the chip. Yes, a shear is the strongest at the contact surface with the cutting tool. The first layer of a metal impacting and sizing on it work harden more than the rest of the volume of the metal. So these are the some points we have provided to you, but you have to remember regarding the built up edge, that is nothing but during machining of a ductile materials, because of high toughness, the energy wave produced, that is the one point, and the time required due to low speed, the time available for adhering the chip will be a high. So had that 2 points you have to remember, that will cause to formation of built up edge. Okay, so ductile materials at a low speed is the answer. Tool life testing on the lathe under dry cutting conditions gave N and C value of a Taylor tool life equation as 0.12 and 130 respectively. When coolant was used, C is increased by 10%. Find the percentage increase of a tool life with use of coolant at a cutting speed of 90 meter per minute. So using Taylor's tool life equation, Vt raised to n is equal to constant. So we have the expression as 90 is given as the velocity meter per minute, cutting velocity into T1 raised to C value, T1 raised to n value is given as 0.12 is equal to constant value is given as 130. So we have the expression as a T1 raised to 0.112 is equal to 130 by 90. So we will get T1 is equal to 21.42. and next stage what will be going here, look at here, if when coolant was used, C is increased by 10%. So your C is going to be increased by 10%. That is nothing but 130 into 10 by 100. That is nothing but you will get 13. So that is 13 is increases with 130. So 130 plus 13 you will get 143. So 90 into T2 raised to 1 by 0.12, 1 divided by 0.12 is equal to 143, and from that expression you can easily calculate what is your T2. Okay, and from that you will get T2 as 47.54, and then you have to calculate what is the percentage increase in a tool life, that is new tool life minus initial tool life divided by initial tool life. So this is your new tool life 47.54 minus that of old tool life 21.42 divided by old tool life into 100, that will gives you 122%. So option number D is the right for that. Now next question. So this question is related to Merchant's theory. The relationship of a shear angle phi is equal to pi by 4 minus beta plus alpha by 2, as per alpha is the rake angle and beta is the friction angle. So here is this relationship is indicating Stabler theory, because Merchant theory is expressed likewise phi is equal to pi by 4 plus alpha minus beta by 2, or 2 phi plus beta minus alpha is equal to pi by 2. That is the Merchant theory. Then if you want Stabler theory is directly phi is equal to pi by 4 minus beta plus alpha by 2, and for Lee and Schaeffer's theory you can refer that phi is equal to pi by 4 minus beta plus alpha. So these three relationships you have to remember, and this is directly related to a Stabler theory, so option C is the correct for that. Now next, angle between the rake face and plane perpendicular to rake face is known as, okay, that is a side rake angle. Definitely option A is the right for that. Side rake angle is the angle between the surface, the flank immediately below the point, and the line down from the point perpendicular to the base. Side rake angle of a cutting tool determines the thickness of a tool behind the cutting edge. Yes, the purpose of the side rake angle, why it is provided, because of it is purpose of the side rake angle is to provide clearance between the workpiece and the tool. ये क्लियरेंस प्रोवाइड करता है आपको वर्कपीस एंड टूल के बीच में. वाई इट इज नेसेसरी टू प्रिवेंट द रबिंग ऑफ अ वर्कपीस विथ एंड फ्लेक ऑफ अ टूल. जो भी रबिंग हो रहा है वो रबिंग को प्रिवेंट करने के लिए, अवॉइड करने के लिए बोल सकते हैं कि हम क्लियरेंस प्रोवाइड करते हैं वर्कपीस और टूल के बीच में. तो इसका पर्पज़ वही है, टू प्रिवेंट द रबिंग ऑफ द वर्कपीस विथ द एंड फ्लेक of a tool. So the angle between the rake face and the plane perpendicular to the rake face is known as side rake angle. It is a very easy question, definition based. Now next question, what is the correct sequence of the following parameters in order to their maximum to minimum influence of a tool life? Yes, so these are the parameters related to a tool life, their influence. So if you see the parameters, the speed is very important, okay. So we can see what is your cutting speed is related to first influencing parameter, then we are moving forward for feed, and then lastly the depth of cut. So correct sequence you can check, the cutting speed is the first influencing parameter, then feed, and last one is your depth of cut. So 3, 1 and 2, that is the option B is right for that. Now in a question number 10th, in a single point turning operation with a cemented carbide and steel combination having Taylor exponent of 0.25, the cutting speed is half, then tool life will becomes, okay. cutting speed है जो आपका हाफ कर रहे हैं हम यहाँ पे, तो टेलर्स यहाँ पे क्या पूछा है कि टूल लाइफ कैसे हो जाएगा. तो टेलर्स टूल लाइफ इक्वेशन Vt/n इज इक्वल टू कॉन्स्टेंट, V1T1/n इज इक्वल टू V2T2/n हम लिख सकते हैं, और T2/T1 को हम लिख सकते हैं पावर रेस टू n इज इक्वल टू V1/V2. और V1/V2 हमें क्या मिल रहा है, बिकॉज V2 क्या कर रहे हैं, स्पीड एट द सेकेंड स्टेज हम हाफ कर रहे हैं, तो V1/2 आ जाएगा, और V1/V2 अगर हम लिख सकते हैं तो 2 आ जाएगा. तो T2 इज इक्वल टू यहाँ पे n का वैल्यू क्या रखेंगे, T2/T1 टेलर्स टूल एक्सपोनेंट 1/24 है, 1/4 है, तो यहाँ पे वो जाएगा 2/4. सो T2/T1 हमें मिलेगा 2/4. सो व्हाट इज T2? 16 टाइम्स दैट ऑफ द T1. सो आई थिंक ऑप्शन B is right. Very easy question. A lot of questions are based on the Taylor's tool life equation in examination, so you have to just remember the Taylor's tool life equation. Vt/n is equal to constant. Next question, if the cutting ratio R and rake angle alpha is given, then which of the following equation should be calculate to shear angle? So if R is provided, then first is definitely wrong. So you will go for tan phi is equal to R cos alpha divided by 1 minus R sin alpha, and that phi is nothing but tan inverse of R cos alpha divided by 1 minus R sin alpha. So option number C तो मैच नहीं हो रहा है. Yes, D is the right for that. Very easy formula based question. Now next, 12th, the portion of the tool on which cutting edge is formed is known as. शांक नहीं हो सकता, फ्लैंक भी आपका नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि आपको यहाँ पे पूछा है कि पोर्शन ऑफ अ टूल ऑन विच कटिंग एज जहाँ पे फॉर्म हो रहा है, कटिंग एज फॉर्म, एंड दैट इज नथिंग बट यूर फेस. नोज पे नहीं होगा. यहाँ पे जो भी आपका फेस रहेगा, उस फेस के ऊपर आपका कटिंग एज फॉर्मेशन रहता है, तो डेफिनेटली फेस इज द कॉल एज अ मेन बॉडी ऑफ अ कटिंग टूल इन विच कटिंग एज इज फॉर्म, ओके. फ्लैंक रहता है जो वर्कपीस और एंगल के साथ रहता है, क्लियरेंस एंगल के साथ जो रहता है वहाँ पे आपका फ्लैंक रहेगा, और नोज पे तो टूल एज फॉर्मेशन नहीं रहेगा. आपके रेक सरफेस के ऊपर, दैट इज नथिंग बट फेस, वहाँ पे आपका जो पोर्शन ऑफ द टूल वहाँ उसको हम कहते हैं फेस, वहाँ पे आपका कटिंग एज फॉर्मेशन रहता है. तो डेफिनेटली सी ऑप्शन इज राइट फॉर दैट. नाउ नेक्स्ट, फ्रिक्शन एट अ टूल चिप इंटरफेस कैन बी रिड्यूस बाय डिक्रीजिंग रेक एंगल. नो, नो डिक्रीजिंग रेक एंगल। यहाँ पे आपका जो भी फ्रिक्शन टूल चिप इंटरफेस के वहाँ पे जो प्रोड्यूस होता है वो कैसे रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं पूछ रहे हैं। तो यहाँ पे इंक्रीजिंग द कटिंग स्पीड, जब आप कटिंग स्पीड इंक्रीज करोगे तब आपका जो फ्रिक्शन है वो कम हो जाएगा। कैसे हो जाएगा, यहाँ पे देखो, फ्रिक्शन डिक्रीजेस एट द टूल चिप इंटरफेस विथ इंक्रीजिंग कटिंग स्पीड एंड द थिकनेस चिप रिड्यूसेस with decrease in the rake angle and friction increases। ओके, सो जब आप रेक एंगल डिक्रीज करोगे तब आपका फ्रिक्शन बढ़ेगा, बिकॉज जो भी आपका थिकनेस ऑफ चिप जो प्रोड्यूस होता है वो रिड्यूस हो जाएगा। तो इसके लिए आपका फ्रिक्शन एट टूल चिप इंटरफेस कैन बी रिड्यूस्ड बाय ओनली वन ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट देयर, इंक्रीजिंग कटिंग स्पीड। सो ऑप्शन डी इज राइट फॉर दैट। Diamond cutting tools are not recommended for machining of ferrous metals due to diamond is unaffected by almost every other chemicals or compound in nature except hot iron. Diamond has a very high reactivity with the iron. Thus, diamond is not a suitable material for the machining of ferrous metals or alloy. So, diamond cutting tools are not recommended for machining of ferrous metals due to its chemical affinity of a tool material with iron. Okay, that is the property, that's why we cannot recommend the diamond cutting tools for machining of ferrous metals. Chemical affinity of tool materials with iron, that is the correct option D. Now next question, in orthogonal cutting operation is being carried out under the following conditions: cutting speed 2 meter per second, depth of cut 0.5 mm, thickness 0.6 mm, then chip velocity is. So VC, they going to be asked to you, you have to remember the relationship of chip thickness ratio, that is nothing but R is equal to T by TC is equal to VC by V is equal to LC by L. That is nothing but here you can use VC is the chip velocity, TC is the chip thickness, and V is the cutting velocity, where T is the uncut chip thickness and uncut chip thickness is nothing but your depth of cut. For orthogonal cutting, yes, T is equal to your depth of cut, or we can say uncut chip thickness for orthogonal cutting only. So VC is into 0.6, just put the values there, VC into 0.6, that is your chip thickness, that is nothing but TC is equal to V into T. So what is your V? V is a 2 meter per second, and what is the T? T is nothing but your depth of cut 0.5. From that you can easily calculate VC as 1.66 meter per second, and correct option is B for that. So thank you for watching this channel. In next upcoming videos we will see the questions 16 onwards of metal cutting operations. So thank you once again.